This morning it started with over like a 25-pound, possibly even 40 pounds of weight. And the front section, as if somebody's trying to make the floor cave in. It's been going on ever since I moved in here. Maintenance does nothing about it. Property management does nothing about it. Living conditions are even worse. Trust me, it gets bad here. And I'm probably the only one posting about it. Now would actually be a great time for me to talk about the raid that they conducted when there was a fight around like 4 a.m. No idea what it was about. They evacuated the staff. And security. They did not evacuate any of the tenants. They tear gassed the upstairs apartment while there were still tenants on the property. And that's pretty much it. Security, they aren't doing anything. They basically get bossed around and pushed around, but at the same time, always catch them talking shit, instigating and fueling problems, just like other clients on the property, just like staff on the property, property management, the on-site housing authority staff, the case managers. And even police or sheriff's department. The clinical staff that are stealing identity information and claiming, I don't know if the right word would be conservatorship or guardianship or power of attorney. Barris did that with my social security income paperwork. He decided to sign off on it as if he has a say-so over anything. They don't even have any authority to file this stuff for me. I've already filed the stuff myself through the EDD building, social service building, There's one on State Street over by Noah's Anchorage, across the street from the mechanic shop. And then you have the one social service building in Santa Barbara by the sheriff's department, the Camino del whatever. Same thing with the Santa Barbara Unified School District. Now that it's just the YMCA, Good Samaritans, and Housing Authority working with what would be the Shot Center. The only other people that would be involved would be people like Catherine Ann Huntington, the rest of the family, all of this stuff is public record, or it should be. Every time I mention it, every time I've had to file a police report with the Santa Barbara Police Department or Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department, they are not filing these reports. They say that I don't make sense, I need mental health. It's literally ridiculous. These are the people supposedly protecting and serving the community when they're not doing shit. They're just putting more money into their LLCs and living off of the county jails and the police departments and charity programs. Stuff like that. In all seriousness or reality, these individuals are doing everything in their power to not be criminally charged for not filing reports. They keep on making subliminal threats, showing up welfare checks, trying to say that people are trying to harm themselves. They don't even know how to professionally word it. It's like, are you going to kill yourself? Who even asks a random person that? If you even answer that with any type of sarcasm or tone in your voice, they're gonna take it some type of way. and then become even more retaliatory than they already are. And it's not just the police, it's property management and case management. And maintenance. They trespass into the units all the time. Whether you're here or not. You can be literally asleep. And they will not identify, not even say anything. For example, Demetrio, Celeste, and Jessica. While I was sleeping, the night before, I went out to go get groceries. And security sees me. They don't say anything, or when I first came here, they were literally like what people call a ghetto check. Like, oh, do you stay here? Are you staying here? Are you visiting? Are you a guest or a resident? Literally trying to mentally manipulate the situation like they aren't committing a crime right now. That's not in my lease to where I have to identify to you. If I have a key to the gate and I have a key to my door, that's all I need. They want you to show ID, all of this other stuff. California is not an ID state. It's the way that these people present themselves or conduct their business professionally. So it literally defeats the purpose of them even being employed. Regarding them trespassing into my unit, being property management and the two case managers that are no longer, well, property management is still on site. The two case managers, one, I pressed charges on for sexual harassment for not obeying direct requests or realistically lawful orders. I'm going to reference Iron Man. If I tell you to set a piece of paper down with the pen and clipboard so I do not have to make contact with you, and they still refuse to do that, this is not the right place of business for you. You are not equipped mentally to retain all of this information and show up to work. I had to tell my attorney that as well. Supposedly, she's no longer employed. Those two on-site case managers transferred, as well as the on-site clinical staff. When they trespassed into the unit, they didn't even say anything. Nothing. They just open the door, look at you like you're lesser than, and it's embarrassing because they have no self-respect. It's like, I'm supposed to have some form of privacy. It's supposed to be a mental health safe environment. I'm supposed to be able to get things done. How am I supposed to do that? When none of these staff are writing stuff down, filing the proper documents, whether realistically I'm doing the stuff myself. I terminated all existing releases of information. The only people that are reinstating these releases of information are the staff committing identity fraud in order to build their cases. They are doing this for themselves and themselves only. Other than me being sheltered. Let me correct myself, sheltered. The only thing provided is this unit, running water, electricity, Wi-Fi, property surveillance that you have no access to, and on-site county staff. Other than that, it is independent, subsidized, no longer permanent housing. That's just the lies that they feed you. And these contracts, as provided in my previous videos, nowhere in that lease does it not state that the lease is not able to be edited, meaning it is able to be edited at any given time of the day. So they don't have to do the jobs. Their units are literally built exactly like these, just minus the kitchenette. At this point, they're the only ones that have access to the community room. They're the only ones that have access to the landlines. They got printers, computers. They can lock anybody out of their units at any given time. Have anybody arrested at any given time. All the downstairs is case management offices and vacant case management offices that they're remodeling. Like, they got 2 units in one. Meanwhile, everybody else, I didn't get a pick where I stay. They picked the unit, and I'm being realistically forced to stay here. I've already tried to terminate the contract, terminate the lease, and I'm looking for housing other places. Nobody is doing that. They terminated my subsidized housing almost a month after me requesting. Like I said, I don't want to stay here. I'm being forced to stay here. Yeah, I can leave at my own free will, but I'm constantly being stalked, constantly being harassed, verbally and visually violated. Clients and staff are sending individuals to start problems with myself, instigating verbal and physical altercations in order to get their charges dropped.